morning. Good afternoon actually. It's just before 1 Saturday, 21st December. I'm going to come out for a little walk. It's I've looked into it. Obviously, tour bagging, so you tick off all the tours and the moors. On the OS maps there's 119. If you combine that with a few other maps like Harvey, you come up to 162. And I've just come across a website a few weeks ago that lists all the tours and significant rocks on Dartmoor, and there's 886. So there's a few more to do than I was first expecting. But come up with a little name for them: T.A.R.S, T.A.R.S. So tours and rocks of significance. Some of them are going to be tours, because tours is just a lump of rocks basically. Some of them are going to be a bit different, but we're going to start ticking them all off nonetheless. There is Sharpie Tour. That's going to be second tour of the day. That's on the OS maps, but a bit down here there's Little Sharpie Tour, which is not on the OS maps. That's the end of Tour Plantation. You can see the trees down there. You've got Princetown, those group of trees up there. Princetown's just in behind there. North Hessery Tour Mast. Then we've got Foggin Tour Quarry. And over in the background there is Great Staple, where we was last week, and Cox Tour there. So we've just come from the van there, and let's get going. We've got 20 T.A.R.S on the list to do today, but to be honest, I've left it a little bit late. I've got the kids tonight, so might have to bin a few of those off at the end, but we'll see how we get on. Right, catch you at Little Sharpie Tour. Okay, this very insignificant scattering of boulders, or clitter, as it's technically called, is Little Sharpie Tour. So if you're coming to find Little Sharpie Tour, don't expect to be that impressed. Not quite as bad as Rook's Tour the other week, but still not that impressive. Right, up there now, that is Sharpie Tour. Right, so T.A.R.S number 2 of today. We are now on top of Sharpie Tour. You can see stunning views right down across Tour, down to the dam in the distance down there. It's a bit chilly this morning, but nothing too bad. I've not got a temperature reader thing, thermometer with me, so but I'd guess it's probably 3-4 degrees, maybe even a bit warmer. But next we're going over yonder to Peak Hill, then down behind Peak Hill to Lower Tour, or Low Tour, depending on what map you look at. Then over to Leather Tour, so you can just see there. Then we're going to go down into those woods. A few more tours, unlisted ones from T.A.R.S rather, in the bottom. Then we're going to go up over the back to Down Tour, as you can see in there. Then over to Crazy Whirlpool, it's over here somewhere. Then across to Cranber Tour. Then to Heart Tour, Black Tour, Leading Tour, Ingle Tour's down over the back, and then back. That's the plan, but like I said, I've got the kids and I left it a bit late, so let's see what time's like. Right, over to Peak Hill. Right, so this is on the OS map. It's called Peak Hill. On the T.A.R.S list, if you will, it's called Peak Hill Tour. But either way, I'd say it's a significant rock, and I reckon the views are going to be pretty fantastic from up here. Be able to see right across to Cornwall, Plymouth Sound probably, I would have thought, and then back over in a fair way up the moors as well. So, well, let's get up there and have a look. Oh, not disappointed at all. Marator, sheep store down there. Right the way up, you've got Plymouth Sound over in the background. I don't know if you can make it out, but that's the T.A.R.S, which obviously goes down to the sea there. Right the way over into Cornwall. It's a bit misty, but you got Carradon over there, Kit Hill, which we saw last week when we was up over Merivale Way. There is Merivale Way. That's T.A.R.S Cottage or T.A.R.S Farm, just down below it you can see. Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful view. Right, we're gonna have to take a bearing now because this next one is not marked on the OS map. So make sure we hit it, bearing and patience, just to say make sure we get the right one and we're not lying saying we've done something we haven't. I've just found these at Peak Hill. So I'm not sure what the story is behind that, but I'll have a look into something to get home. I don't know if it's something like Jay's Graves, like scenario or whatever, but yeah, beautiful. I'll have a look at that. Right, what was I saying about it not being too cold? That wind's picked up, and I guess it's not a lot above zero now. So obviously hat on, fine. But like I said, still beautiful out here. Just the fella then said a quick yap with him, nice bloke. Like he said, you know, we sat in watching TV or bloody playing computer, we'll be out here. No brainer really, innit? Right, I have to put the camera down, so I need to paste this out. The next one is Lower Tor. Oh, it is on the list I'm following now, but on one map I've seen it called Low Tor. So whichever you want, we're going to it anyway. Right, so this is Lower Tor, or Low Tor, not a lot of it, but lovely views again. There's Barrow Tor, absolutely stunning. We just found as well, similar to Peak Hill, the Peak Hill Tor, just spotted down in here, little flower. It's obviously intentionally put there, you know, they don't grow up here for one, so you can see someone's actually jammed it in place with a rock. So yeah, I need to look into that. I'm not really sure what's going on there. But anyway, over now to Levator, and then sort of a little Levator or lower Levator. But yeah, what's that, 5 T.A.R.S done so far? Just leaving, there's Lower Tor, Lower Tor behind me. Just thought I'd mention, similar to the point that was going on about a minute ago, about getting out and not being stuck in. There's a bloke just out there, got his son with him, young lad, I don't know, probably 7, 8, 9, whatever. Autistic, bless him. But he's out in the fresh air. You know, like, try getting my kids out here. I do bring them out here, but there's a lot of wind in the road with our walks on Dartmoor, believe me. Okay, just thought it was worth mentioning, obviously, the navigation side of things. If I took a bearing straight from Lower Tor to Leather Tor, it would have sent me, obviously that would be walking on a straight line, it sent me way down there, only I'd have to go back up. Whereas because I've got it in sight, obviously it's a nice clear day, but I can see that by following this round, I stay pretty much level, so there's no down and up. Follow the contours, and that is surprisingly enough called contouring. And it's worth noting, even if it's in low visibility, obviously you couldn't see it, you can still do the same by taking, instead of taking a direct bearing, you can take bearings in sections. So aim over here, obviously you can see on the map the contours, what the ground's going to be like. So aim there, pace it out for 200, 300, whatever meters it is, and then dogleg it back up to your actual destination. Obviously not quite so good if you're going for a small target, but something like Levator is pretty bloody hard to miss, even in bad weather. Right, see you at the top. On top of Levator again, and I know I probably say this a lot, but just look at those views. How fantastic is that? Just come down off of Leather, say on the way over to Lower Leather now. Can't really see it from here. It's not bloody mountaineering, but it's quite steep, a bit scrambly, and slip could definitely do you a mischief on there on the way up or down. Also, just to note, anyone who's interested in climbing, in the climbing guidebook for Dartmoor, it does say about a crag at Levator. I come up and had a look at it. couple of summers ago. Don't bother, you'll be hardly disappointed. It looks like it could have been quite good climbing, but it's completely overgrown with vegetation, obviously not used. The landing, if you want to do bouldering, is yeah, broken body. It's pure clipper underneath it. Even belaying would be a little bit awkward. Literally nowhere to stand. So yeah, but Leather Tour in itself, beautiful. Climbing, no. Here we are, T.A.R.S number 6 of the day, Lower Leather Tour. Top of Lower Leather Tour. That's number 6 of T.A.R.S. We are going down, it's in here somewhere. North Bridge is right at the head of Barrowsall Reservoir. Then going to go up a couple up through here. Middle tour, one of them's called, I think, but I'll have a check. And up to Down Tour, over to Crazy Whirlpool, it's over here somewhere. And then loop all the way around, taking in Cramber Tour, Heart Tour, Black Tour, Leiden Tour, and Ingra Tour. And I think there's a couple of unlisted ones in between. But yeah, down there next. So yeah, just coming down off of a Lower Leather Tour, and oh, whew, this is a proper clitter field. This is not very pleasant walking, pretty slow going as well. Just trying to pick out some livestock tracks going through it, try and get over to that wall, and then hopefully that'll looks like it'll be a bit easier from there down. Okay, so we've just come down, hit the road. There is Devonport Lee. You can go up there and there's a really nice little weir. It's only like, I don't know, a couple of feet deep, but it's nice for the kids to paddle their feet in the summer. Right, I'm going to follow this road down now. I hate road walking with a passion, but it's the easiest way to North Bridge and then back onto the moor zone. There's a cool cross there, see with the top missing. Not sure what that was for. I wouldn't have thought that would be part of the Abbott's Way. No, it can't be. Can't be, wrong area. This is another one of the T.A.R.S. This is not marked on the OS map at all, but this is Middleworth Tour. And then going up, that's Snappers Tour. Then we've got Little Down Tour and then Down Tour. All right, another one off the list. I think there's 6 or 7. I've lost bloody count now. So then, on top of Snappers Tour, there's a reservoir. There's Middleworth Tour we just come from. Now we're going to Little Down Tour and on to Down Tour. Alright, get cracking. We might just get these 20 after all. We are on Down Tour. Big tour really, very spread out over a large area. Went through Little Down Tour, it's really insignificant, so I didn't even bother filming that. You can see over there, that's our Legis Tour. There we got Great Trouseworthy, Little Trouseworthy, Show Top. Barrowsall obviously down there, so we parked here. We went up to Little Sharpie Tour, over the Peak Hill, back to Leather Tour, down, up through the other, all the Middleworth Tour and Snapper Tour, and now we're going, you can just see that depression in the ground in the centre of the screen. That's Crazy Whirlpool. I've got a few stories when we get there as well. I might stop and have a bullet in the bag. Right, let's get cracking. Just got down into the valley, or Coombe Gully, whatever you want to call it. At the bottom, before we go back up the Crazy Well Pool. So now we need to try and find somewhere to cross it. Newly Coombe Lake is up there, the map says. This little brook seems to split into a few, 3 or 4 maybe up there. So it could be Newly Coombe Brook, not sure, I don't say in the map, but anyway, let's find somewhere to cross. Whoa, that was narrowest part I could find, was still pretty wide. I was literally run and jump, and if it was 6 inches wider, I think I might have come a cropper there. I'd have loved to film it for you, but I'm not jumping back and forward, setting the camera up. But we've got dry feet still, so happy days. So there's down tour where we just come from. Then obviously we went down into that valley, a little river jump. It's quite a steep pull back up to the path here, but is that not worth it? That's worth it all day. It's long. That's worth it 10 times over. That is just amazing. So yeah, follow this path up, then up to Crazy Whirlpool. Not too far to there now. Have a little break and a little story, shall we? So, whilst recording stories about Crazy World, there was a bit of technical disturbance. Me being absolutely useless to technology, basically. So, I'll tell you the stories now, so at least it's in there. There's a few different ones, one of which is if you look into Crazy Whirlpool on Midsummer's Eve, then you will see the face of the next person that dies, or is to die, on Dartmoor. Always found that a little bit troubling, because surely if you look into a body of water, then you are going to see your reflection. So steer clear of that one. Very similar one, when you're up on Midsummer's Eve, the winds will speak the name of the next person due to die on Dartmoor. Crazy Whirlpool's, it's got a lot of history around it, but quite a lot unknown. It's presumed to be in mine, but no one really is 100% sure. They've sent divers down to check the bottoms. It's supposed to be a bottomless pool. It's supposed to link up with Barrow through secret tunnels. You know, there's a lot of stories and a lot of history there. It's a really, really cool place. There's also another part of a story, and there's a little rhyme which I'd like to read. We'll get into the whole story, but it basically revolves around where the rivers Tamar, Tavy and Tor originated, where they got their name from, how they come to be. In part of this story, Goblin King has to go to find the witches because he wants a magic potion. Now, I've mentioned that Crazy Whirlpool used to be called Classenwell Pool, and that's because it was the haunt, the hangout, the base, the lair, whatever terminology you want to use, of the witch Classen. So Classen. So the witch Classen was at Classenwell Pool. And apparently to access their secret cave, their cavern of potions and magic and cauldrons and what have you underneath, you just have to walk around the pool. Her and her little witchy mates, brethren, sisterhood of witches, saying this rhyme. Weave we now our magic spell o'er the pool of Classenwell, bidding it to swiftly shrink as we move beside its brink. Slowly sink its waters cool, naught remaineth of the pool. Now, my sisters, we may go to our cavern down below. Which I thought was quite a cool little rhyme anyway. But yeah, it does kind of get you thinking. I was saying when I was out there as well, that all of these witches, giants, pixies, goblins, then every single ancient civilization of the world, no matter from what corner of the world it's from, was telling the very same kind of stories at the same kind of time when they were in no contact with each other. Now, is that just a massive coincidence, or is there truth behind some of these? And that's what I like to think. I do genuinely like to think that. Right, back to the video. I'll just try not to muck up any more filming next time. Right, so apologies, but heavy-handed idiot that I am, I've just snapped my my selfie stick, so filming might be a little bit shaky for the rest of the trip. Apologies. But anyway, we've just left Crazy Whirlpool, Lancashire Hot Pot, for Lancashire Hot Pot boil in the bag. Absolutely beautiful. So honestly, I'd live on those things quite happily. So going to cut across now, I think probably 700 metres ish to Cranbertour. Spin you around, you can just see it in the background. So we've hit Devonport Lee. Obviously we did come across it earlier on this walk. That's obviously it's quite a few miles down Lee. But you see these stones here, I can only assume that they've put them on the corners to stop erosion and direct the water obviously to the course that they want, so it's suitable levels. But just next to it, here is some of the quarried stone, and it's really cool. You can still see these lines in it, so that is where they would have drilled it obviously to split the rock. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's get over the lead, get walking. So here we have it. This is Cranber Tour. We're not going to hang around. It's gone out 3 now. I'm really pushing it to pick the kids up on time. So from here, we've got Heart Tour, which I don't know if you can make out, just there. Then we're going to Black Tour, which is there. And we're supposed to be doing Leiden and Ingra there, back up to the van. I don't know if we can have time to do those. We'll see what it's like when we get there, but like I say, I might be pushing it a bit. Alright, with that in mind, let's get a scoot on. Okay, so there is Heart Tour, and just here, that is Giant's Marble. We got a path all the way up to Heart Tour, and it's looking like it could be a path then over to Black Tour. So we should be able to pick up the pace a bit here. Giant's Marble will be T.A.R.S number 12 today. So we've still got a fair few to go once we get over the other side of the road, if we decide we've got time. I think we've got six to go over there. So, right, shifty on. I might even have a little jog, I think. Oh, little river crossing. Could do without this right now. I don't mind telling you. Oh. Whoa, that was a close one. Good job we got the bloody gaiters on today, eh? Alright, let's go. Giant's Marble. That's probably 8 foot in diameter, I reckon. So yeah, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Maybe it could be giants. No time to linger though. Onwards and upwards. Okay then, so here's Heart Tour. I will run up the top quickly in a minute. So a bit of jogging, trying to catch up, but just to put it into perspective for you, this is where we started, just before 1 o'clock. We've gone all the way around here, Crazy Whirlpool, Cranber Tour, Giant's Marble. We're now at Heart Tour, so we've still got that, and this has taken us 2 hours 15. And realistically, I've got an hour tops to complete that last section, so you can see I'm up against it a bit, especially considering these last 5 or 6 tours are a lot steeper, a lot more involved. But come on, we will try. Okay, just to prove no cheating, we are now on top of Heart Tour. Right, let's get over to Black Tour. Right, off we go. Oh, nearly just walked right past it. It's such a rush, but stone circle here and stone row. Going all the way down. And then some little ponies at the bottom. That is Black Tour. I should mention it's Black Tour Walkhampton. There is more Black Tours on Dartmoor. And there is a Logan stone at the top of that tour, which I will explain a bit more when we get there. Right, I just got down into the valley bottom below Black Tour. Absolute bog fest everywhere, but someone has built a cool little bridge, which is handy, saves on any more jumping. And look, little guardians of the bridge, bless them, eh? Just stumbled across this. I'm not sorry, a bit out of breath. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there is rumours. You see, there's Barator, and I've always heard that out behind Barator there is a military bunker. Could that be an air duct for it? Who knows? Maybe. Oh, while you're here, you can just make out those people there. They're at the bottom of the aqueduct that comes down that hill from Devonport Leap where we were earlier. And then shoots off over there through those woods, and that's where we've seen it much earlier in the video. We were going to have a look at that aqueduct another day, but yeah, obviously no time. Another one. I expect if I had time to look around this area, would find a lot more. Alright, there's Heart Tour, where we just come from, and there is Black Tour, which I will go up now, and then a Sharpie Tour there. That's where we started, so we still, even if we go straight back without doing the tours, we've got a way to go. I think I'm going to try and take in the 2 leading tours. I was supposed to, before that, supposed to be Far Tour, Yes Tour, Crypt Tour and Ingvar Tour, but I don't feel I'm going to have time. Right, let's get up the top. Okay, we've just come down from the top of Black Tour, and I mentioned earlier about a Loganstone. We find these dotted all around Dartmoor. Quite a few of them, nearly common enough, but this is one here. They usually move, so let's see if we can move, and then I'll tell you what they are. Right, I couldn't get it moving. It's quite large and heavy, to be fair. But basically, when the moors was formed, it's igneous rock, or most of it. Actually, there is different rock types on Dartmoor, but a good lot of it is igneous. And what happened was that was one of the layers. Over thousands, if not millions of years, water gets into the cracks, freezes, thaws. This obviously process repeats and repeats and repeats, and eventually it happens like this, so that stone is completely separate from the one that it's sitting on, and that is a Loganstone. There you go, a little bit of a geology for you as well. Right, there are the 2 lead-ins. That is what we're heading for now. So let's get up there and then back to the van. I think we'll call it a day at 16 tours today. It's not bad in 4 hours. Right, so I just ran from way back over the other side of the road up here, so breathing a little bit. But we were supposed to go over round that way, say Yes Tour, Far Tour, Crypt Tour. Crypt Tour's back down in the valley. But we've right, so there you go, leading tour done. Run over, quickly do a little lead in. Right, ladies and gents, there's Sharpie Tour where we started. And I don't know if you remember, but Little Sharpie Tour said it was basically just a scattering of rock, so that's it there on the side of the hill. That is Little Sharpie Tour. We are parked there, so not far to go. A little bit gutted, didn't get the 20 in, but you know, went on photo, I left it a little bit late. Obviously, like I said, we're having the kids, I need to get back. 16 tours in how long? About 3 hours 40, 16 tours, so I still don't think that's bad going, is it? Right, as always, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Right, catch you next time.